Turning 65 is a milestone worth celebrating, but it also comes with important decisions about Medicare. Navigating the complexities of Medicare can feel overwhelming, but missing key deadlines or making the wrong choices could lead to costly penalties and gaps in coverage. This guide will walk you through everything you need to know to make informed decisions and avoid Medicare expensive mistakes. So why should you sit there and worry about when to sign up for Medicare? Well, Medicare is a critical part of your health care as you age, but the rules can be very tricky. So missing your initial enrollment period, or your IEP as it's called, or delaying sign up when you're not covered by a qualifying employer plan can result in lifelong penalties. First of all, you need to know when to sign up for Medicare. Your initial enrollment period begins 3 months before your 65th birthday, includes your birthday month, and extends 3 months after. Here's what to consider. If you're still working, if you or your spouse are employed and covered by a group health plan with 20 or more employees, you can delay Medicare without penalty. However, if your employer has fewer than 20 employees, you must enroll in Medicare Parts A and B when you turn 65 to avoid penalties. If you're retired, sign up for Medicare during your IEP, your initial enrollment period, to avoid late enrollment penalties. Now, is there a cost for delaying Medicare Part B? Of course. One of the most common mistakes is delaying Medicare Part B without qualifying employer coverage already in place. If you don't sign up when you're first eligible, you'll face a 10% late enrollment penalty for each year you delay. This penalty is added to your monthly Part B premium and lasts for your lifetime. For example, if you delay Part B for 3 years, your premium could increase by 30% permanently. Now, something else to keep in mind, COBRA and Medicare, they don't play well together. So many people mistakenly believe that COBRA, which is your continuation of employer coverage after leaving a job, counts as credible coverage for Medicare. It does not. If you're 65 or older and only have COBRA, you must enroll in Medicare Parts A and B to avoid the penalties. COBRA alone won't protect you from late enrollment fines. Now, do you have a health savings account? How do those play with Medicare? Well, if you have a health savings account, commonly referred to as an HSA, signing up for Medicare Part A means you must stop contributing to your HSA. Contributions made after enrolling in Medicare are subject to a 6% excise tax and may also be taxed as income. To avoid this, delay Medicare enrollment only if you're still working and covered by an employer's group health plan. The next thing we're going to talk about is Medicare Part D. You don't want to skip on your Medicare Part D, which is your prescription drug coverage. Even if you're not taking prescription medications now, skipping Part D can be a costly mistake. If you delay enrolling in Part D, you'll face a 1% penalty for every month you go without coverage. This penalty is based on the national base premium and is added to your Part D premium for life. For example, delaying for 3 years could result in a 36% penalty, which could cost you an extra $13 to $16 a month or more. Original Medicare versus Medicare Advantage. Which plan is right for you? This is one question we get asked all the time. When choosing Medicare coverage, you'll need to decide between Original Medicare, which are Parts A and B, and Medicare Advantage, which is Part C. So here's a quick comparison. Original Medicare. It covers your hospital Part A and medical services, which is Part B. It allows you to choose any provider that accepts Medicare. There are no networks. Those who elect to go with Original Medicare Parts A, B, and D, okay, they will sit there and typically go and get themselves a Medigap plan, or commonly referred to as a Medicare supplement plan, to help offset the deductibles and copays. Now, the other option besides traditional Medicare is to look at a Medicare Advantage plan, which is known as Part C. A Medicare Advantage plan combines Parts A, B, and often Part D into one plan. It may include extra benefits like dental, vision, and even fitness programs. Now, these plans typically use a network, HMO or PPO network. Now that we've talked a little bit about original Medicare and about a Medicare Advantage plan, what I do want to do is go back to original Medicare and explain to you one thing that you do need to know. That when you're looking to go with original Medicare and add a Medigap plan, it's important to know your state's rules. Medicare Supplement, or known as Medigap plans, help cover out-of-pocket costs not covered by original Medicare. Each state has some of its own rules, such as a birthday rule. Some states allow you to switch Medigap plans during a specific period each year without medical underwriting. Other ones have maybe an annual enrollment. Certain states offer an annual enrollment period that allows you to switch to a different plan with another carrier with no medical underwriting, as long as those plans' benefits are the same or less than what you currently have. Now remember though, not every state offers special enrollment options, so it is very important to not assume your state does. In states where there are not special enrollment periods, you will typically need to answer some health questions to determine your eligibility to switch to another Medigap plan, unless you're just going on to Medicare. And if you are just going on Medicare, once again, you can use your open enrollment period to sign up with no health questions. Now let's jump back to Medicare itself. If you're already receiving Social Security benefits, you'll be automatically enrolled in Medicare Parts A and B when you turn 65. If not, you'll need to sign up separately. If you're unsure about when to start Social Security, consider consulting a Social Security advisor to maximize your benefits. Choosing the right Medicare plan doesn't have to be stressful. As Senior Benefit Services, we simplify the process by, first, explaining your options in plain language. 2, helping you avoid penalties and gaps in coverage. 3, providing access to a registered Social Security advisor right on staff to optimize your benefits. Now remember, Medicare decisions are too important to leave to chance. By understanding the rules and deadlines, you can avoid costly mistakes and secure the coverage you need. Whether you're choosing between original Medicare and Medicare Advantage, enrolling in a Part D, or exploring Medigap plans, Senior Benefit Services is here to guide you every step of the way. So don't let Medicare confusion lead to penalties or gaps in coverage. Contact Senior Benefit Services Incorporated today to schedule a consultation and take the stress out of your Medicare decisions. Your health and financial security are well worth it. Like, share, and subscribe for more tips on navigating Medicare and making the most of your retirement years.